My live didn't start.
It's going right now.
Oh, it's going. Oh, okay. I thought it like automatically kicked.
I'm live.
You're live. Okay, the Tickety Tock is live. We're going to be going live momentarily. I want to make sure. Oh, there it goes. I can see it happening. Oh, B and H. Of course, there's an ad first. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, this is great. We're let me fix my hair. Oh, this is great. Okay, hold on. Let me get over here. Let me get this guy. Get this guy ready. Tremendous. Who keeps moving this? Good. You know what? Whoever did that was not funny. That was not funny. Hello, everybody. How's the lighting? Do I look okay? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me in the TikTok and in the Facebook and all that? Just let us know that you can hear me. And somebody stop moving this flag. And by the way, I love the flag. I love the. I want to kiss this flag first, and I want to. There we go. We're kissing the flag, folks. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, sir, you're not wearing the red tie. Well, today I decided not to wear the red tie. I'm going with the blue tie, and if you saw my 55 videos on truth in 1 hour, I did 55 in 60 minutes. That was really kind of a record-breaking day. But I want to thank everybody on YouTube who's here, everybody on the TikTok over here, everybody on Facebook. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm very, very excited that everybody's here. This is our sixth, is it our sixth or fifth? It's our fifth one. It's our fifth live press conference every Friday. But next Friday, I will be on the road to New York City. So we're going to do it on Thursday. Thursday the 7th will be the press conference. Same Trump time, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. in the East, but it's going to be Thursday instead of Friday. First, before we get too far into this with all the incredible questions, by the way, it's International Women's Day. All the reporters today here in the press room are women. Ladies, say hi. And they're all absolutely beautiful, especially the ones from Fox News and Newsmax. CNN, not so much, but that's okay. That's okay. But we're going to have a tremendous, tremendous press conference, but I want to thank every single person who donated last week. We had millions and millions of dollars donated through YouTube, millions of hats through Tickety Tock, and this is our first week going live on Facebook, so we'll see how that goes. Can they send me money? I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe they can. Maybe they will. We'll find out. But if you're on YouTube watching this, feel free to send me some money. I have my massive legal defense fund. It's costing me a lot of money to fight off the leftist, radical, Marxist, socialist, communist, fascistic. That's a new one I learned this week. Fascistic. It sounds like a Finnish, doesn't it? Like on wood. Fascistic. I'll have the fascistic. It's a nice patina. It's a nice patina, the fascistic patina. But that's not true. It's terrible people who want to ruin my life and a lot of my friends' lives, like Rudy Giuliani, who's a great guy. Do we have any questions to get started? We all from TikTok. We have a TikTok.
Yes, question. Mr. Trump. One of our followers here would like to know, why are you wearing Biden blue?
Oh, well, I'm wearing blue because I wanted to mix it up today. Biden does not own the color blue. I have blue. I can wear blue. I have blue eyes. So I'm wearing the blue today. We also have red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. And I'll have the red tie back. But you'll notice the Trump here on the presidential seal, it's red. And when I did my mugshot, that was red steel, folks. That was red steel. People said, oh, it's from Zoolander. It's blue steel. It wasn't blue steel. It was red steel because it was mine. Which is fine. I know a lot of people want to ask me about, do we have a question before I go on a rant? Are we good?
You do have a donation that I want to shout out real quick.
Wow, that was fantastic already.
From Henrietta Boyd, just sent $1.99.
Boyd?
B-O-Y-D, Boyd.
B-O-Y-D, Boyd. Henrietta, which, by the way, is a highly underused name. By the way, Henrietta. I think we need more Henriettas, don't you think? Henrietta, thank you so much for the $1.99. You know, every little bit counts, but I need, like, big money, like millions of dollars. But I'll take $1.99 because that'll cover Rudy's coffee one morning, All right, do we have another question?
Henrietta Boyd actually left you a comment after that donation.
Oh, she did. What did she say? What did Henrietta say?
I want to have your baby, Mr. President. Love you that much.
Wow. Henrietta, thank you so much. I'm really kind of topped out on kids right now. So, but I will definitely take that. If I do end up in prison, please feel free to make a conjugal visit. That would be fantastic. We don't, we'll have to see how it works out, but it'll be tremendous. By the way, we've got 102,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd like to have 110,000. I'd like to have 110. And by the way, my friend, whose name you can see under there, John Domenico, great guy, fantastic guy, hardworking guy. He lets me use his YouTube channel because YouTube won't allow me to be on, which is sad, which is really, really sad, because you can see the numbers I'm bringing in. So, and by the way, because of me, he's won the YouTube Creator Award, which is on the way in the mail. On the way in the mail. They said the check's in the mail, and I believe them. I actually believe, because it's YouTube. But if you want to subscribe on the TikTok, go to the link. Go to the link in my TikTok, it's Beacons or whatever it is, click through and become a subscriber. We do have a question over here, I'm being told, by one of these beautiful, beautiful women.
We have a question from DW. If people say you are disqualified to run for president because of the 14th Amendment for engaging in insurrection or rebellion, can you cancel the 14th Amendment now just by thinking it's canceled?
Well, I will cancel the 14th Amendment right now. And I will suspend the Constitution. I will suspend the Constitution because, honestly, it's very old. It's very old. I've seen it when it's written on. It'll fall apart at any point. So we don't need the old Constitution. We need the new Trump Constitution, which I will have in place as soon as I'm back in office, which is going to happen because we're going to have a Trump slide. And all these people, please don't listen to the 14th Amendment. There's only 2 amendments I care about. Well, 3. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the Fifth Amendment. I like taking the 5th, okay? But I don't want to take the 14th because that one's going to throw me out. Over here from TikTok people.
Yes, oversoul 7s.
Oversoul 7s. I like that. I like
I'd like
that.
to know, what are you most looking forward to when you go to prison?
Well, excuse me, I'm not going to prison. But if I do, I'm looking forward to losing some weight. I'm looking forward to getting buff. And I've already been contacted by the Aryan Nation. They'd like for me to be a member. Some other groups would like me to be a member. I think they're the ones I'm going to go with. I've seen the tattoos, but I think the working out part is going to be the best part. And by the way, if you saw the movie Goodfellas with Ray Liotta, they had a little area where all the Italians got together and they all cooked. I'd like to be in the Italian group too. Maybe the Aryans and the Italians. I don't know if they get along. Over here.
All right, you got a donation from Cookie Fortune.
Oh, thank you, Cookie Fortune, and I love Fortune cookies. They're tremendous.
And
I love the little messages inside.
For $19.99.
Oh, that's a good one. $19.99. I like that. That's a good one.
And they asked, when you go to prison, will you ask the warden to build a wall in the yard to keep the Mexican prisoners on the other side?
Wow, you know what? That's probably the smartest question I've ever received. If I do go to prison, we are going to build a wall and make the Mexican prisoners pay for it. This is great. While the prison within a prison. You know what I mean? But they'll probably tunnel out because that's what these people do. They love the tunnel. They love the tunnel. Or they go over if they have a high ladder. So that would be fantastic. All right, do we have another question? Over there in the back. Do we have anything?
Yes,
Way in the back.
What do you think about Mitch McConnell freezing up again?
I find this unbelievable that once again, Mitch McConnell has frozen up in his weekend at Bernie's at the Capitol. That's Mitch. That's Mitch. Why, listen, I'm 77. How old is Mitch? Does anyone know how old Mitch is? What's he, 80? He's got to be at least 80. And he's married to his Chinese wife, who I never liked, who was, in my cabinet, but I never liked her, and I only had the best people. But I don't know how she snuck in there. But anyway, he keeps freezing like he's glitching. Glitchy Mitch. Glitchy Mitch. That's what I call him, Glitchy Mitch. Over here.
Mo, Mr. President,
Marty
could
Mo.
you please explain the difference between fascist and Antifa, anti-fascist, as long as you've mentioned both?
Okay, so they're asking me for a definition of Antifa and fascists. And fascists are the ones who wear they're more stylish in the way they dress. And then with Antifa, they're all in black and they throw cans of soup. And that's the problem with Antifa, because they take the soup cans and they make them into torpedoes. And then when they have the boat rallies, the Trump boat rallies, they sink the boats with the soup can torpedoes. And that's the main difference between the Antifa people and the fascists. The fascist people are not good. They're not good in their meanness of being fascistic, which is a great word, I have to say. Go ahead, next question.
From Thomas, will you do The
Thomas.
Apprentice while in prison? Why haven't you done The Apprentice since leaving the White House?
Well, this is another great question. What we're going to do, we're going to do something called The Apprehended instead of The Apprentice, because everyone I know is under indictment and they're trying to bring them in. So we're going to get what's going to be called The Apprehended, and whoever gets in first and does their mugshot and their fingerprints, they win. So I win. I was in and I did my incredible mugshot. And I also made $7 million in one day off the mugshot. T-shirts, shot glasses, everything, beer cozies. We have everything, we have new ties with my not the blue one, the red one, with the little photo of me, which I think is absolutely incredible. But I think a new reality show from prison would be absolutely incredible. And of course, I'll have a very nice cell,
We have a question from Facebook.
We finally have, hello Facebook, hello everybody.
From Adil Fazal.
Adil Fazal, I think
He's a top fan.
He's a top fan. I know him. Adil, he's a great guy, tremendous guy.
They asked, where is Melania?
Okay, so a lot of people, this is our 5th or 6th press conference. Every single week, people ask about Melania. And I love my wife, Melania. She's super smart. She speaks 5 languages. English is not one of them, but she speaks 5 languages. The thing is, she's very smart. There's a lot of doors that lead to the outside here at Mar-a-Lago, and she gets out a lot. And she's been able to work off her ankle bracelet, so we can't track her. But I did drop an AirTag that's from Apple. From Tim Apple. He makes those little things. And we did the kiss in the morning. I dropped it in her bag. So we're going to find out where she is very, very soon. And she's very smart. Melania is very smart. She started social distancing 4 years ago. I would go to hold her hand. She would just slap it. So she knew. And by the way, they're saying that COVID is coming back. I will not be complying this time. I will not be complying. No more masks. Even though under me there were masks, but there won't be this time. I learned my lesson. Go ahead.
Yes, from Petri Heleniemi.
Wow, what a great name.
Yeah. Sir, what is your height and weight today?
Oh, I think we all know what my height and weight is. Okay, there's been a lot of controversy about this, only because I self-reported, but I know my own weight. And I know my own height. I am 6'3", and I weigh 215 pounds. 215 pounds. People were saying I weighed 275. Excuse me. Those photos of Tim Tebow and the boxer and all the other, they were all from different angles. They always have that one shot of me playing tennis, which is very unfair, because I am very broad in the beam, which isn't fair to me, because you can see look at my face. People were commenting in the chat, I've lost weight. So I think it's fair to say I'm 215, 6'3". Next question. Anybody on the TikTok side over here?
Yes. How are you preparing for March 4th?
Well, listen, you know what? I cannot believe that they are starting this trial on March 4th. It's the day before Super Tuesday. And March is an incredibly busy month. I would like to point this out, okay? March, this is what's happening in March. National Minnesota Day is in March. I was voted Mr. Minnesota, so I don't think that's field. I have a plaque that proves it. Let's see what else. It's National Celery Month. I don't think we should be starting the trial on National Celery Month. It's National Cheerleading Month. No one loves cheerleaders the way I love cheerleaders. I think I've made that very, very clear. Of course, it's March Madness. They want me sitting in a trial when it's March Madness. It's all criminal. And I'm going to tell Judge Pumpkin that we are, Chumpkin, that we're going to appeal. We're going to appeal the court date for March 1st, and we're going to move it. We're going to move it 2 years into the future after I'm president. And I just need to take a quick drink, folks. I've been talking a lot. All right, hold on. Okay, people always give me a hard time about the way I drink, but I do that on purpose because I don't want to get a drop on my silk tie. All right, the lovely lady right here.
All
from
right.
Fox News. Fox News.
From Facebook, you got a question
Facebook.
from Craig Neer.
Craig Neer. I think I know Craig Neer. Good guy. I just did a big job with him.
He asked, do you think you will win?
I'm obviously going to win. I'm leading in the polls. I'm at 75%. No one else is close. The debate was hilarious. Somehow Christie's at 60%, but that's his body weight. So, that's his body mass index. But I'm way ahead of Ron DeSanctimonious, Tyvek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, who's a terrible, terrible person. Who else was Asa Hutchinson? I call him Ada because he looks like an old lady. I mean, no one has a chance on that stage. Go ahead.
There's a question from Winter Warlock.
Winter Warlock. We've had Winter Warlock before, haven't we? We love Winter Warlock. We love the Warlocks, and we love them in winter. Go ahead.
Mr. President, sir.
Sir. I like the third sir. That was
If
good.
re-elected,
Right, which I will be.
Will you consider purchasing all of Europe?
I would, we were in a deal to buy Greenland, which I think is probably the best. The funny thing about Greenland is, Iceland has more green than Greenland. Greenland has a lot of ice. And that's why I wanted to buy Greenland, because we need ice, because I don't believe in, the climate change, but it's nice to have more ice, if you know what I'm talking about. So I think ice is important. And I also like Vanilla Ice. He's a big Trumper. He's a great guy. Do we have anything over here before I move on this side? Let's go over here.
All right, you got a donation from Ruby Flores.
Ruby Flores, my favorite Mexican. I love the Ruby. Love Ruby. She's here legally, by the way.
It's their first super chat. They sent you $5.
Oh, did we do the little super chat logo thing? Did we do the super chat? I love
It
super
didn't pop
chat.
up. I'll get that fixed.
You got
as soon
to
as I can,
fix
Mr.
that.
President.
Thanks for the super chat.
And they said, Sir, what expensive trip or gift would you offer Clarence Thomas?
Oh, there's so many things I would offer Clarence. I would probably send him to, what's the place with all the Mount Rushmore where they want to add me? That's a perfect place for his luxury RV to go. I think that would be fantastic. I think Trump, Mar-a-Lago, well, I don't want him there. We could go to the Trump winery in Virginia. I think he'd love that. You know what I mean? He says he loves camping. I don't like camping. Who likes camping? Why would you camp? I guess in an RV it's a little different. But that's what I would offer Justice. By the way, he's a great guy. And Ginny Thomas was texting me all day on January 6th, and Mark Meadows. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She says she feels the entire Biden crime family should be arrested. So you got to love a woman like that who's so compassionate. Do we have anybody else? Because I'm just going to remind everybody, if you're watching on the YouTube and you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. We're going to go to 110,000 today, 110,000, but I need you to hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification button. Bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing. You got to do that so that you know the next press conference. And by the way, we'll be doing these press conferences until the election, the rigged election, but I'm going to win it anyway because I know exactly what I'm doing. All right. Over here, anybody? Oh, we have one over here on the TikTok side.
Yes, since it is International Women's Day.
It is International Women's Day.
What are your plans if you do get elected again to move forward about regulating women's bodies?
Well, let me tell you something. I love women. No one loves women the way I love women. I own 2 beauty pageants, and I think it's so important that people remember that. And, some people say, oh, Trump's a misogynist. I'm not a misogynist. I don't even like giving massages. So I don't know why people would say that. I love women, and I love immigrant women. All of my wives have been immigrants. Even Marla Maples, who was from Georgia, she was an immigrant. So I think people know that when I say, and by the way, I had some great women in my cabinet. I had more women in my cabinet than any other cabinet in the history of cabinets. And that's even wooden cabinets or any kind of cabinets at all. Go ahead over here, TikTok.
William Derman 27
William Derman 27
says, Mr. President, where do you see Giuliani in the future?
Well, I have to tell you, it's not looking good for Rudy. I have to tell you, Rudy, you know, I like Rudy, but in the future, I see him probably relaxing at a minimal security federal prison, but which will be good for him because he can play golf, he can play tennis, and he can work on his book. His next book for Rudy.
subscribers.
I love you, Rudy, but I don't think it's going to turn out for you. All right, going back over here. This young lady, the
love
British lady.
subscribers.
From Walshan's 1944. Now, they've asked this question several times.
Oh,
It's
they
really-
have? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry if
they
we
need an
missed
answer
it.
to this. Sir, can I stop drinking the bleach now that COVID is over? From a big fan.
Oh, well, yeah, you can stop drinking it now. You can stop drinking it now. You probably have no internal organs if you've been drinking it for the last 2.5 years. So it's a miracle you're alive. So definitely stop drinking that. Definitely stop drinking that. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. And by the way, I just remember it's next Thursday this coming week that we'll be doing the live. We're moving it by 1 day because I have to go to New York. But we'll be back. We'll be on the regular schedule after that. So let's keep going with some more questions. What do we have over here?
But isn't COVID coming back?
Well, you know what? They say COVID is coming back, and I think that's a bunch of crap. And we're not going to go through this again. We're not going to go through the mandates. We're not going to go through the lockdowns. Whoever was president during COVID should be ashamed. Well, whoever. Oh, that was me. All right. So COVID did not go well for a lot of people, but I did a tremendous job, and I'm going to rebuild the economy once again after Bidenomics has ruined this country. But I'm getting all mavericky. That means I got a hat on TikTok. When I do this, that means I got a hat on TikTok. And if you see the little, one of these sides, if you see the little mini me come up, that means we got a super chat. We got a super chat. So that's why you'll see the little Trumpies right here. And speaking of little Trumpies, I'm going to step out for 1 second. This is the other Trumpy. We have a lot of people. We're going to have a link for this, but we're going to put him down right here. People loved this last week. They went absolutely nuts over this thing. And this is what, oh, I got to turn it on. Okay. There we go. So as you know, with little pull my finger POTUS, when you go like this,
Take this, Putin. Subscribers.
it rips one and the hair moves. Is this incredible? It's made in China. It's made in China, but it's my voice.
Next tweet.
I call it a tweet.
Trademark.
So we'll be selling these as soon as we get the link. These are very, very popular, very popular. I'm just going to put it down, put down the little Trumpy. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, okay. That was great. So we got a lot of people. By the way, how many people do we have on the Tickety Tock?
5.6K.
5.6 thousand people, which is incredible. And over here, what do we got on the YouTube? What do we got on the YouTube?
On YouTube, concurrently, you have 800.
800,000 people watching at once. Isn't this incredible? And does it say Facebook? Does it tell me how many are on the Facebook?
Yes, give me just a sec.
Okay, we have a great technological setup here. 6,000. 6,000 on the TikTok. All right, so we're going to keep this press conference going. We're
You
going to
got
do
almost
this.
100 on Facebook.
How much?
Almost 100.
100,000 on Facebook, which is incredible. These are big numbers, folks. This just shows you the demand for me and not for Sleepy Joe, who's wandered around the White House. Oh, where am I? Hey, how you doing, Jack? Oh, the popcorn. Oh, man, malarkey. I wish I had some sarsaparilla. Oh, man, that's a bunch of flip-flops. Oh, gosh. This guy, let me tell you something. His legs are so white. It is unbelievable. They're spindly. Is his little spindly legs? Look at me. Do you really want this guy in the White House again? He's over 100. A lot of people don't realize that he fought in the War of 1812. He smells like mothballs. I stood right next to him. Go ahead.
You got a donation from Andre the Vaccinator from Holland.
Andre the Vaccinator. I don't like vaccines, but I like the Vaccinator. That's great. Thank you so much. Is that in euros or something?
Yeah, 6.66 euros. They left you a comment
6.66. I don't like that number sequence.
that I can't quite
I
translate.
think he did that on purpose.
But I'm assuming it's for your campaign funds.
That's right, for the legal defense fund or
Yes.
my campaign fund. Either one. I don't care. It all goes into the same pot, you know?
And then we got a question from Facebook from Cherie Press.
Cherie Press. That's the relative of my press person right here.
And they said, Mr. President, this is Jordan Alter. Why aren't you on Paper Money?
Why are you on paper? Oh, this is a great question. I should be on paper money, and that's something we're going to do. Because when I went to England, and I met the Queen, she knighted me, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. The Queen knighted me. She's on the money. She's on the money. She's a living person, and she's on the money. I'm a living person. I should be on the money. It just makes sense because we sold so many hats. Make America Great Again. People want me on the money because then it becomes a collector's item and it becomes more valuable. More like my NFTs. Over here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sherry Pressman.
Just press.
Ben.
D1JA
D1JA.
said, your hands are way too big to be Trump.
Oh, I've heard this before. Can you turn around and give me the baby hands? A lot of people have been saying my hands are too big. My hands have always been big. I have tremendously large hands. These are billionaire hands. Look at this. You know what they say? Big hands, big gloves. But this is what people think these are my hands. These are not my hands, okay? These are not my hands, folks. This right here, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It totally look, my hand obscures the hand they think is my hand. Put the hand in the hand from the man with the big hand. And that's me. I have big hands. Don't believe anybody who says I lost the election and I have tiny hands. You can see it in the photos. Ask Melania. If you ever see her. By the way, has anyone seen her? No, nobody's? You're not even at breakfast? Okay, all right. She's probably very busy. She's very busy. She's a very busy woman. She's lots to do. Over here, we have a question?
You did get a donation.
Oh, fantastic. How much was it this time?
I'm not sure the currency. It says $. Maybe that's Australian currency. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
$. I love the Australian people.
For
Great
$2.99
people.
from Brad Heath.
Brad Heath, great name, by the way, Heath.
They said, Good day, Donald J, watching from South Australia.
Oh, hey, listen, I don't know what time it is, but I'm on Planet America in Australia tonight, Friday night. But if it's already Saturday, I don't know. That means you missed it. But I'm on Planet Hollywood every Friday in Australia. Don't miss me. You know, I do the voice. You'll hear me. Maybe I do an incredible job. Do we have something over here?
What song are you planning on using for your upcoming rallies?
Well, I'm going to always use the standards. I'm going to come out to Hail to the Chief, even though currently I'm not the president, but I'm technically the president because it was stolen from me. But I always do Macho Man. Macho Man. I've got to be a macho man. And then we do YMCA. YMCA. Da, 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 da. YMCA. Just so you know what's coming up.
Do you have multiple songs because you're afraid that maybe they might cease and
Oh, they've done the cease and desist for the last 5 years. I'm going to keep doing it. The Village people are going to sue me? I don't think so. They know that I think they're fantastic. You got the one guy who's a cop, love law enforcement. You got the other guy who's a Native American, and an Indian. I mean, the feathers, not the dot. Then you got the guy who's all in leather. Why is that guy wearing so much leather? And then you got the cowboy. And I know I'm missing something. I'm missing, the sailor. In the Navy. Da, 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 da. They know I care about them. And I heard that that they're all gay, but that's okay. It's okay to be gay, especially if you're in the Village People, which I think is actually a prerequisite. I think you have to be gay to be in the Village People. Go ahead.
This question comes from Her Werewolf.
Her Werewolf.
Are you going to join the next debate?
You know what? I'm actually thinking about the next debate, but I do want to point out something. The current debate, the one that just happened, worst ratings ever. Nobody watched the debate because no one cared about Ron DeSatan. No one cared about Hindenburg, Chris Christie. No one cared about Tyvek Ramaswamy. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. And that's why the ratings were so low. So I was very smart to go on Tucker. I went on Tucker. The most watched interview in history. Did you know that? Now you know. I had the most watched interview in history on the Twitter, which is now called X. Oh boy, it's that time of the week. It's that time of the week.
Mr. President, can you speak Spanish?
Yes. Well, it's, you know what? This is perfect because the landscapers just got here, and I can say, please tell Jose and Hose B to keep it down while I'm doing my press conference. I can say enchilada. I can say Del Taco. I can say, what's the other place? Taco Bell. What did the little dog say? What did the little dog say? Un quiero? Taco Bell. Taco Bell. I can speak Spanish. I'm bilateral. A lot of people don't know that. So I can speak Spanish, and I'm going to have to speak Spanish to these guys because they picked the wrong time every week here at Mar-a-Lago to do a cleanup. Unbelievable. Now the dogs are going to lose their minds. Go ahead.
All right, you got a couple donations I want to shout out.
Yes, let's do the shout-outs.
You got one from Mr. Danny Boy.
Mr. Danny Boy, how much?
It's their first super chat for $4.99.
Super chat for $4.99. Fantastic.
No comment attached to that one. And then you got one from Luca Allen.
Luca Allen. Thank you, Luca.
$4.99.
$4.99. Thank you so much. That's a Hallmark card. That's a Hallmark card.
Luca said Biden is the rightful president.
Biden is the rightful president. Luca, I'm going to take your money, but I'm going to disagree. Who else? Anybody else? But thank you for the super chat. But I'm the rightful president. I'm the rightful president. More people voted for me. More people for. He was in the basement. I was out campaigning. All right, we'll just keep moving on. Do we have a question from TikTok? All right. So if you hear some noise, folks, that is the tremendous legal Mexican landscaping team here at Mar-a-Lago. Everything's above board. I would never use illegal aliens to do any work on any of my properties. And please disregard all those lawsuits that you saw that said something to the contrary. Lies. All lies. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to pull some questions from Facebook.
Pull some questions from Facebook. That would be tremendous.
And from Laura Grayson.
Laura Grayson.
They asked, ever considered a perm?
Ever considered a perm? No, but I have considered cornrows because people tell me it's much easier to take care of if I go to prison, which is not going to happen. But I have beautiful hair, and as you know, I love my hair. My hair is my brand. My hair is my brand, and that's what I think is very, very important, that I have the same hair year over year. And, you know, you look at what's his face, Ron DeSantis, worst hair I've ever seen. The guy's horrible. He's absolutely horrible. Terrible, terrible guy. Can they hear this? Can you guys hear this? It sounds like there's a jet engine outside my door. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everybody's against me, even my own landscaper. Even my own landscaper's against me. But it'll be fine. They're going to go away. Over here. You're going to have to shout the question.
What are your thoughts on the continuing war in Ukraine?
Well, I think the war in Ukraine is very, very sad. And I had said from the beginning that me and Pooty, I call him V-Poots, me and Pooty could sit down with Zelensky, who I made the perfect call to. And we could settle this overnight. And you know what? We could probably do it in an hour. Because I would tell him what to do. I would tell Zelensky what to do. And Putin, you notice he didn't invade Ukraine until I left office. So obviously he's very, very scared. But I consider him a friend. I consider him a friend, which I think is very, very important. It's good to be friends. It's good to be friends. We got it. Oh, I'm getting all mavericky here. I love the cowboy hat and the little mustache. I think that's great. I think that it kind of looks like Mike Lindell. It's like a Mike Lindell mustache. You guys can't see it on YouTube and Facebook. over here.
From Cherie Joe. Why is your name not in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Why is my name not? You know what? That's something we're going to rectify because I've been ending all of my rallies with Trump bless you and Trump bless America. But I think adding I pledge allegiance to Donald J. Trump for whom he stands would be a really nice, because the current Pledge of Allegiance is really boring. It's really boring. And everyone should be pledging their allegiance and loyalty to me. To me. Over here. Over here.
You got a couple more super chats, Mr. President.
Super chats!
One from Airwolf
Airwolf is back. I love the Airwolf.
for $5.
$5. Thank you, Airwolf.
And they said, how are you planning on getting out of Ivanka's friend space? And do you think if you made her queen, she would finally let you grab her by the...
Well, I have to tell you, she's had me in the friend zone for quite a while now, and I'm not happy about it. You know, the worst day of my life is when she said, I do to Jarrett. But I don't understand why I can't date my own daughter. These outdated rules fathers have to, you know, because she's absolutely, isn't she a knockout? Ivanka is a knockout. She's a knockout. So maybe someday we'll finally get to date. You know what I mean? Like I said, Melania's not around. Melania's not around. So this might be the right time. Go ahead.
You reached your goal of 20 hats.
Wow, 20 hats.
Yeah. So
okay.
We told them that you would do the mugshot face if you reached 20. So
I'm going to do the mugshot. Hold on, folks. I got to do the
screenshot.
mugshot face right to the TikTok people. Here we go.
They're still giving you more hats.
They're giving me more.
Yeah.
Pachir, pachir,
We have another
pachir.
goal. The next goal is that you'll do the YMCA dance when we get 20 more hats.
20 more hats, we get the full YMCA. But I want everyone singing along with that one. Do we have something over here? Over here we have two questions. Hold on, you go first.
This is a somewhat personal question from Jenny Spunch. You sent me an email saying that if I sent you a donation,
Yes.
I could have dinner with you.
Yes.
I haven't heard from you since I sent the money.
Look, Stalker, I told you it was a contest, all right? Everybody puts money in, and then we reached in, and then we pulled out a winner. It just happened to be Ivanka who won the dinner. That's all. That's all. But don't worry, keep donating. You increase your chances of having dinner with me. That's very, very important. Very important. Okay, go ahead.
All right, you got a couple more donations. You got $2 from Ajdin Klajic. I think
That's a
how you
great
pronounce it.
name.
And they said, John Ulaj loves you. It's his birthday shout out.
Oh, John, happy birthday, John. However old you are, this will be the greatest birthday in the history of birthdays because a lot of people don't know this, but I invented the phrase happy birthday. You know, 45 years ago, no one was saying happy birthday, but then I came up with happy birthday. Now everyone says it. I get no credit, but I'm going to say it to you. Happy birthday, John. It's going to be fantastic. And I want to make sure my mic is working. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Technical people. Technical. Test. Simulates. Fascistic. Okay, just make sure it's working. Okay.
All right, you got one more donation from Amal Elawar.
That's the other. Oh, he's great. He's the top fan, right?
It's just on YouTube. I'm not.
Oh, on YouTube. Sorry, I thought it was
maybe
Facebook.
you got a donation from him before, but I'm not sure. But it was for $9.99.
$9.99. A lot of people don't know this. Herman Cain, who unfortunately passed away, he had a great plan for our economy. I mean, not as good as mine, but it was called 999, like 9% taxes, 9 this, 9 that. It was a stupid idea, but I liked it though. 999. Very smart. Very smart. How we doing? We okay? Is my tea time still the same? Can we still get out of the same? Okay, fantastic. I just want to check. But we're doing great. We're doing great. We have another question over here for the British lady.
From Dean Grant. Boxers, briefs, or commando?
Oh, boxer. You know what? A lot of people ask me about that. I could never go commando. I think that's gross and disgusting. And I don't even like being naked, to tell you. I shower in this. A lot of people don't realize that. I just shower in this. But I'm a tighty-whitey kind of guy. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Horseface herself. You know, I was never a big fan of what's her name. She says we were together for 8 seconds or whatever it was. And by the way, Stormy, if you're watching, I did fine that day. I did a great job. You say I have a tiny, you know what? That's not true. Anything small compared to Mandingo, who you did a video with. I mean, come on, 8 guys at once? How could I possibly compare to that? So I think it's a very unfair comparison, if you know what I'm saying. Stormy, go ahead, next question.
You got a donation from Bad Knee Adventure, I believe that's
Bad
what it
Knee
says.
Adventure, wow, thank you. What a great name. Is that the one I'm seeing right now on the screen on the monitor with
I
the
think
number
that's your
one?
newer one.
That's my newer
But
one.
you got $2.49 from Relax Bad Knee in pounds, and they said greetings from the Netherlands.
Oh, the Netherlands, where everyone lives in a windmill and they wear wooden shoes and they have tulips. I think that's beautiful. What a great country. They're so nice. They're so nice in the Netherlands. The Netherlands.
And you got another one from Nespresso Man for I don't even know.
Nespresso Man. We actually
I'm
had
mixing up my
Nespresso today
currencies.
before I don't drink coffee, but we had Nespresso. What a coincidence. Is this crazy? The world just keeps getting smaller and smaller, Nespresso Man. Send me some free capsules if you're, connected. If you're connected.
And they said, message from Kelly Smunt.
Kelly Spud.
If you go to prison, will you be top or bottom? I'm talking about the beds.
Oh, that's a good thing. I always like the top bunk. I like the top bunk. I don't want some guy above me shooting air farts down at me. That happened at camp. I was never into that. I like being on top in every situation. I'm on top. I am a top, okay? I want to make that very, very clear. I'm a top, not a bottom, okay? Very good. Tremendous, tremendous.
All right, and you got one more for 10 in CHF. I'm not sure what that currency is, but they from Ivo Musician, and they said, "Mr. President, Switzerland loves and salutes you."
Oh, Switzerland! I love Switzerland. That's where Charlie Chaplin is from. Charlie Chaplin retired to Switzerland. I think there's somebody right behind us. Can you see somebody right here? Can you see somebody right here? Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, let them alone. Let them alone. They're not here for us. Okay. So anyway, there's a lot of activity here at Mar-a-Lago today. There's people outside with files. It's probably more attorneys from Wacko Jacko trying to get me on another thing. I'm facing 91 criminal charges. 91. I was the greatest president in the history of presidents, other than the late great Abe Lincoln. His wife was maybe a 3. But my wife's a smoking hot 11, and as soon as she's back here, we're going to bring her on camera. We're going to have Melania on. A lot of people have been asking about this. We're going to have Melania on very, very soon. As soon as we track her down, she's going to be on the show. Believe me. All right, let's move on to the next question. I love
From Facebook, from Sunil Bachon.
Sunil.
He just wanted to say greetings, Mr. Trump, from Trinidad and
Oh,
Tobago.
Trinidad. For those of you who don't travel, Trinidad is really, really beautiful. And Toboggan is great too. I love Toboggan. It's a really wonderful place. You can go there and relax. Oh, what happened? Oh, the tiny hand just fell. That's crazy. But thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. The people on TikTok, I want to say thank you for being here. You know what I mean? If you have a question, please ask it. We got the hat goal. We need 2 more to get 20, and then I'm going to do YMCA, which is going to be fantastic. We have a goal. Currently, we have 102,000 subscribers on the YouTube. But we are going to. These landscapers are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls, or whatever his name is. We're going for 110,000 subscribers on the YouTube. On the Facebook, I've got 47,000. Let's get that up to 50. I'm here every week. We're putting out very, very important information and comedy for you guys. So we need you to subscribe and keep it going.
And follow us here on TikTok.
Oh, yes, and that's right. On TikTok, very important on TikTok. I know we have 5.9 million people, and I appreciate all of you from around the globe, but we want to get back to 6 million. That means I need you. If you're watching, and I know people are watching who aren't following me, because we check the numbers. And I want you to hit the follow button on TikTok. Believe it or not, it's free. It's free. I can't make it any easier. So follow me on the TikTok, then go up to the bio, and then subscribe to me on the YouTube. Over here, the British lady.
This one from Rick Newton. Where is the Trump Library going to be located, and what will you fill it with?
Well, it's a great question, and I've been thinking about this for quite a while. Obviously, I've written 10 best-selling books. I'm thinking about just having hundreds of thousands of copies. And my library, for the first time ever, will be a bookstore. It will be a bookstore. You'll be able to come in, buy stuff. You'll have the mugs, the hats, the T-shirts, the mugshot, the shot glasses. Basically, it's going to be a Trump store because no one goes to libraries anymore. I don't even know why we're funding them. I mean, I've never even been inside a library, if you know what I'm talking about. Over here.
Cheetos bag 59.
Ooh, Cheetos. That makes me hungry. Can you order some Cheetos for later? Good. Okay, go ahead.
Trump, what are you going to do about inflation?
Well, I'll tell you, Bidenomics have ruined this country. And what we're going to do about inflation is we are going to take inflation and we're going to make inflation the lowest it's ever been. We're going to get rid of inflation by growing our economy. You know, under me, we opened 6 steel mills around the country. People are buying cars. People are traveling. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the economy great again. And there won't be any inflation, by the way, over here.
So you finally got a donation on Facebook, and they from Janice Pratico.
Janice Pratico.
They sent 100 stars. I'm not sure how that translates to currency, but 100 stars.
I'll take 100 stars because I'm a star. That would be fantastic. Maybe it's $1. Maybe it's $100. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know the currency on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg made up his own currency. So I'll have to talk to him once I'm back into the White House. I like Elon. Not crazy about Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg. I don't like him a lot. He's a weirdo, to tell you the truth. But that's okay. That's okay. You know what I mean? He's a billionaire too. We all belong to the same billionaires club. There's not many of us. There's only 400 of us in the entire country. And I was the president. I was the president, and I'm going to be the president once again. As I said, I was the greatest president in the history of presidents, other than the late, great Abe Lincoln, who was not, you know, his wife wasn't attractive. He wasn't attractive either. Go ahead.
You got a question from Trish.
Trish.
They said, "Hey Trump, do you still have that copy machine in that shed at your golf resort, pictured beside boxes and boxes of classified documents?"
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a copy machine because sometimes you have to copy stuff. Sometimes you have to copy a menu for tonight's specials, or other times you have to copy nuclear secrets from Iran. It doesn't really matter. It's the important thing is you have the copier, and we have like a brother because the HP, the ink. So expensive. They want like $100 for a cartridge. This is a crime, and we're going to be investigating HP and their very expensive ink when I am back in office, along with Hunter Biden and Hillary. We got crooked Hillary, and we've got crooked Joe Biden. Oh, come on, man. Stop picking on me. I'm old. That's right, Joe. You're old, and you should not be in office. So, you know, get out of the office and take Mitch with you. Over here on the Tickety Tock. Eyebrow him?
Yeah.
Manzier? Should we call him Manzier?
Wants to know, what do you think of Kanye?
Oh, what do I think of Kanye? You know, I thought the world of Kanye. He was great, and then he decided to run for president against me last time. But I think Kanye is brilliant. He's an artist. I mean, I've never heard his music, but I think he's a very good musician, and I hear he's excellent, and he does things where people on stage with the lights, and he does a lot of the rapping. He does the rapping, and he wears boots, Timberland boots, but he doesn't tie them, which I think is dangerous because I think eventually he's going to trip. I think he's going to trip because you got to tie your boots, Kanye. You got to tie your boots. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with you and Kim because I like Kim because we did a big prison reform thing, which I thought was great because she would stand. I would be in the seat at the thing, and she would stand right here, and it would be right here. It would be right here. And I know what you're talking about now. But your new girlfriend is very attractive, except she looks like Kenny Davidson a little. She looks like Kenny Davidson. It's sad, but she's got big arthritic hands too, which I think you might have a fetish. I think you might have a fetish for you know what. But that's okay. That's okay because you make a lot of money. You make a lot of money. And you're a genius, and I'm a stable genius, but you're a genius too. Go ahead. Do we have a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any plans for Labor Day?
I do have plans for Labor Day. I'm going to go somewhere and speak and raise a lot of money. I love speaking to people. Labor Day is an important day. No one labors more than I labor. And you know, I came from nothing. I came from absolutely nothing other than the $355 million my father gave me. I have no real money to speak of. So I earned every single penny. I labored so much. You know, I was president for 4 years, and I was laboring playing golf for one of those entire years. It takes a lot of time to play golf. Oh, and by the way, this happened this week, and you can check it in the news. I am club champion again for the 39th time. What are the odds of me winning the club championship 39 years in a row? It's absolutely incredible. And that particular day, I had 18 holes in one, which has never happened before. Oh, we got the hats?
We got the hats.
Oh, we got the hats, folks.
Can we play YMCA for him to dance to? Maybe on a phone or something?
I don't want to get a
I think we
copyright
can get a
hit. I don't want to
copyright
get a
strike for that.
copyright.
So we gotta sing it.
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
sing.
I have to sing. So everybody, dun 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 dun. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's got everything for your man to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Da 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 da. YMCA. Wow, thank you. Wow, that was great. By the way, it's International Women's Day. I know we're getting a lot of comments. They're saying, why is it all so much estrogen? Because, you know, this week we have all beautiful women from around the world joining us. All the reporters today are female. Say hi, ladies. Hi. We've got 50, 60 beautiful women here from all of the news outlets, Newsmax, Right Side Broadcasting, Fox News, CNN, fake news, but she's very nice. She's a nice lady. So we're going to keep going on with this. I want to remind everyone of our goal of 110,000 subscribers on the YouTube, and we want to get back to 6 million on the TikTok. We want to get to 50,000 on the Facebook. Over here with this lovely lady, over here.
Mimi Lavender would like to know, are you a Swiftie?
A Swiftie. Oh, Taylor Swift. Well, you know what? I was a Swiftie. And I hear her show is absolutely amazing. My daughter, Tiffany, I think she's my daughter, Tiffany. She went to see Taylor Swift, but she's talking against me. She's talking against me. And I don't think celebrities should be saying things about politicians. The celebrities should not be talking about politics. Just sing your song. Just sing your song, except all the country people. They can say whatever they like because they're pro-me. But if you're anti-me, don't talk politics. I don't appreciate it, and neither do your 11-year-old fans. All right, next question.
You got another donation from Ruby Flores.
Ruby Flores! She's back. I love Ruby.
They said, your favorite Mexican here, Ramaswamy raps. Can you rap as well?
Ramaswamy, what do you want me to rap? I said hip, hop, hibby dibby dibby, hip hop, dibba 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 digga, bing bong, bing bong, bing 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 bong, bing bing bong. If your girlfriend's taken by another guy, don't let that happen. There you go. There you go. I'll prepare something for next week. Well, give me a line. Give me a line. You know all the lines. You know the lady from CNN. You know all the lines. You know. What you hear is not a test, but that's all I know. I'll have a, you know what, Ruby? I'm going to have a rap song for you next week. I'm going to have a rap song. It's going to be incredible. Something by Pat Boone or somebody. Over here in the back,
Yes. What are your thoughts about the atrocities in Hawaii and the flooding that's happening in the West Coast, and of course, how horrible Florida is?
Well, I have said from the beginning, if you've followed my career these last few years, you got to sweep. You got to sweep the ground. Because if you don't sweep the ground, then all that stuff's on the ground. If there's a fire, then everything on the ground is set on fire. So we need to do more sweeping of the ground to get the things off the ground for the fire. As far as Hawaii is concerned, it's a terrible, terrible tragedy. I know Lahaina. They've got great golf courses there. So the beauty of what happened is we can convert that whole thing into a Trump course very quickly. because there's nothing there anymore, which I think would be great. And of course, Joe Biden's FEMA is trying to buy the land and open a 7-Eleven, which I think is terrible, which I think is absolutely terrible. The funny thing is, 7-Elevens just appear. You never see a 7-Eleven being built. It's just there one day. Like baby pigeons. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I've never seen a baby pigeon, but I see a lot of pigeons. Where are the baby pigeons? Do you know what I'm saying? It's all a conspiracy, folks. It's all a conspiracy over here.
This is from Dana L. Pugsley. When the movie about your life is made, who do you think should play you?
This has come up before. I think the only person who could really capture me would be Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling, he's got the looks, he's got the height, he moves very well. I didn't watch the whole movie, but I saw La La Land. I thought he was very good in La La Land, and because he was with Emma Stone, who's got those big fish eyes. But I think he would be perfect for me. They did something about James Comey on HBO, and they had Brendan Gleeson. Brendan Gleeson, Irish guy. I love the Irish people, great people, hardworking people, big drinkers. But he played me, but he didn't have the charm. He didn't have the charm of me. But then maybe someone go in a different direction. My friend's channel that we're on right now on YouTube, John D. Domenico, he's very good, but he's short. He's short, and he's Italian. Over here.
All right, you got a few donations flowing in.
Wow, look at this. All the money's coming.
Branch Archer, it's their first super sticker.
Oh, super sticker. That's great. Thank you, Branch. What a great name. Is your sister Twig? That's a great name. Branch.
They sent $9.99.
Thank you. $9.99.
And you got another $9.99 from SatServe.
SatServe? SatServe. It sounds like an IT company,
They said, sir, do you think the prison will allow you to continue to wear the adult diapers and the girdle and your girdle in general population?
That's a nasty, nasty question, but I hope they do. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be beneficial to them because I've seen photos of prisons, cells, and it's disgusting. You have a bed, and then you have the toilet next to the bed. So if you're laying in your bed, which I won't be on the lower, I'll be on the upper. But then the guy's right there, like taking a dump, like a massive. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? Because it's and you know the food's not good. So we're going to be making dramatic reforms to the prison system. Believe me, it'll be fine. It'll be fine in the end.
All right, a couple more donations to go over. One from Bjorn.
Bjorn, is that the one from ABBA? Is that the Bjorn from ABBA? I love those guys. I saw Mamma Mia 5 times. You know, Melania drugged me to Mamma Mia, but I liked it. And then I saw it with Cher, and I didn't like it anymore.
They sent 50 in SEK.
SEK. That must be like from Kenya or something, Nairobi.
They said, what are your thoughts on Sweden? Do you know what happened in Sweden last night?
I have no idea what happened in Sweden, but I had said this, and if you can check on this, I had said we need more immigrants from Sweden and less from Mexico, because in Sweden, all the women are beautiful. They all look like Claudia Schiffer. They're all tall with blue eyes and blonde hair, and I don't even mind if they're illegal. They can sneak in anytime, wide open. The borders are open to Sweden and the Netherlands and places like that. But beyond that, you know, or Germany. No, skip that on Germany. All right, over here.
Cheetos bag, 50 again.
Love the Cheetos. Hold on. I gotta, just thinking about the Cheetos, my throat is getting a little dry. Okay.
Mr. President, what's your favorite conspiracy?
Oh gosh, there's so many good ones. Let's see. I'm thinking about, Hillary Clinton, having babies for lunch. That's a good one. The aliens. That's a good one. There's so many great conspiracy theories, and I have an expert on conspiracy theories. I watch his videos every day, but Alex Jones has some great conspiracy theories. I think the biggest conspiracy theory is what happened to me during the election, the 5,000 dead people in Georgia who voted. We have hundreds of witnesses who saw the graves open, and the people get out and march to the voting places. It looked like, Dawn of the Dead or The Walking Dead. They all voted, then they went back to their coffins, got back in, and went back down into the ground. I think that's the biggest conspiracy that we're dealing with right now. The Walking Dead are voting for Biden. Go ahead.
All right, I want to shout out a couple more donations
Mm-hmm.
that are repeats. You got another one from Satser
Satser!
for $4.99.
$4.99.
And another one from Branch Archer. That's
Branch Archer.
Another $4.99.
I like that name. It sounds like a secret agent. Have you seen Branch Archer? I like that.
They asked, will you be buried on the golf course next to Ivanka?
Well, currently Ivana's at the golf course. We haven't been able to keep up with it, but I will be buried at one of my golf courses. Ivana on one side, Ivanka on the other side, Melania, and then Marla, and then my kids. But if I can get Ivanka right next to me, at least I won't be in the friend zone for eternity, if you know what I'm saying. Any questions? All right, while we're doing this, again, we're on the TikTok, we're on the YouTube, and we're on the Facebook. If you're watching on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We're going for 110,000 subscribers. And to all the people who've donated today and the last 4 press conferences, thank you so much. You guys are great. Thank you for the hundreds and hundreds of comments. They've all been just absolutely fantastic. If you have a question to ask on YouTube, please ask. We love that. When you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to be putting out some videos this week. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. On the YouTube, thank you so much. If you're watching right now, make sure you subscribe or follow. We want to get back to 6 million. TikTok. What did I say? YouTube. That's what I meant. TikTok. On the TikTok, and then over here on the Facebook, we want to get you up to 50,000, and it's free. It's all free. You're seeing me for free. It's not like I'm Elton John and you're being charged. By the way, I've broken all of Elton John's records without charging, which I think is fantastic. And he's British, so I think having me as the president who's American, the greatest patriot in the history of patriots, is very, very important. And do we have any questions over here from any of my beautiful international cadre of reporters from around the world? The Independent. Do we have somebody from the Independent?
Yes, Mr. President. We're going to bring another one from Facebook. This one comes from Douglas Bartake.
Douglas Bartake.
Is it true you use gold-plated toilet paper because it keeps hemorrhoids from appearing?
Well, you know what? This is a great question. I've only used the gold paper a number of times, but I have to say something. This whole thing with the toilets and the low-flow toilets and the lack of water pressure, this is our single biggest issue. You know, you take a shower and you go to these places and the water just kind of drips out, and I have my beautiful, luxurious hair, and there's no water pressure. And I'm a big guy. You go someplace after I have a big lunch at McDonald's and you have to flush 10 times. 10 times. I was at a hotel, they had a urinal. Waterless urinal. Waterless urinal. What the hell is happening? The Democrats don't want you to have water. They're stealing your water. I heard about a new dishwasher that uses sand to wash your dishes. Sand. They're not letting you have water, folks. And on top of that, now Biden is only letting you have 2 beers a week. 2 beers a week. That's it. They're regulating everything, folks. They don't like you. They want to take things away from you, and now they want you to wear not only a mask, but they want you to have a cap on too, because we have another variant of the COVID 27. This is the worst one yet, they say. Now this one includes vomiting, which is a great addition to having COVID. It's really sad. No more lockdowns. I will not comply. Next question.
Continuing on that theme, Zaphod Beetlebrox would like to know, what kind of paper towels did you use to mop your flooded security room?
Oh, well, we used handy wipes, which I found work great. We had the old style mops, because somehow, folks, I don't know how this happened, but our security room, which has all of our video and terabytes of information, somehow, and I fired this guy, they accidentally drained the pool at Mar-a-Lago into that room. How could someone make that horrible, horrible mistake? And there's going to be a full investigation because we lost a lot of very important data, which they recovered through Wacko Jacko, and that's my footage. That's my footage from my hotel. And they subpoenaed it, and we had to give it to them, which is sad, which is very, very sad. But to go back to the original question about toilet paper, I want to tell you something. There is an agenda. There is an agenda to turn all men into gay men because they don't want you using toilet paper. They want you using a bidet. A bidet. And what does a bidet do? It tickles your bidet. That's what it does. And suddenly you're having feelings you've never had before. You've never had them. They say, well, it's sir, it saves paper. Let me tell you something. I used a bidet in Europe, and I felt very strange, and I had a tingling in my stomach, and I don't want that feeling ever again. I don't care if it makes it cleaner. I want rough-hewn toilet paper with little pieces of wood in it because it's more manly, and it doesn't make you look at another man in a funny way. So that's the whole thing. No bidets. I will outlaw those. Go ahead.
This question comes from Marnie Mo.
Money move.
Perhaps you'd want to do a Trumpathon. Have you thought about that?
Well, I think a Trumpathon would be incredible. What do they mean specifically about a Trumpathon? Like go for like 2-3 days, kind of like Jerry Lewis with that? That would be great. We're going to have all the entertainers on raising money for me. I think that would be absolutely incredible and a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, do we have anything from the Tickety Tock? No, we're good. What time is it? Are we doing okay on time? Oh, great. We're already over. We're already over. So you guys have been absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned, we'll be back here next Thursday, not Friday, because I have to go to New York for legal reasons. But we'll be here Thursday as opposed to Friday. I'd love to see you on the Tickety Tock. I'd love to see you on the YouTube. I'd love to see you on the Facebook. Come back here. Have your questions ready because, as you know, in the next few days, you're going to have a lot more questions because a lot more terrible things are happening. But I'm on top of it. I'm on top of Weekend at Bernie's with Mitch McConnell. I'm on top of crazy Joe Biden. Oh, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, come on, Jack. Don't worry. He won't be in there too much longer. It's true. There's a lot of things happening, so I need you back here. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for being here. Don't forget our goal of 110,000 on YouTube. And then you can go to the TikTok, go up. We want to get back to 6 million. And also on TikTok, go up to the bio and subscribe to the YouTube. You're going to help us. We're going to help each other because we believe in the things that we need to believe in, and it's believability. It's so important. It's so important. So you guys were great. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are fantastic. We'll be back next week. Well, next Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday. Is that it? We done? Okay, fantastic. Can somebody order me a cheeseburger? I'm really hungry. It takes a lot of time. Thank you, ladies. You guys were really, really incredible.